Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be going over Phantom's newest 5th job skill, Phantom's Mark. So the way this skill works is every time you hit an enemy with a cane skill, I'm not going to go over all of them, but just for an example, melee or blushon, is that how you say that? Whatever. So like both of these will activate the mark. So once you activate the mark, if you have 7 of them, you can then use this skill. And once the skill is used, it'll attack the targeted. Okay, so here, let me use it. It's easier to explain as I'm doing it. This is one of those type of skills. So as you attack enemies, they'll gain, like a stack above their head. Right there, you see there's a 1 stack right there. And the enemy that has, the most stacks or 7 stacks will be the targeted enemy. However, if none of them have stacks, then you'll just attack the enemy with the highest HP that's closest to you. The attack itself will do 2 lines 7 times, and then after the 14 hits, it'll then do 10 lines of a lot of damage, like massive damage. So this could be a mobbing skill, but I think it's more of a bossing skill. And as you see, like I'm killing the enemies before the stacks even get to 7. But luckily the skill itself will continue to keep the stacks. So right now I have 7 stacks, there are no marked enemies, but I can still use it. And it has a pretty wide range. It's also very strong and activates the one where the cards fly out of you. I don't remember what that skill is called, Carte Noire or something. So after you use the skill, you go into Dark Sight for 3 seconds, which sounds good, but what they're doing in KMS to balance the skill more is even better. So instead of having 3 seconds of Dark Sight, we're going to be getting 2 seconds of like pure invincibility. The cooldown of the skill is 25 seconds, which means you have 2 seconds, invincibility for every 25 seconds, which is really nice. Let's see, anything else I want to say about it? I think that's pretty much everything that has to do with this skill. Oh, and all the attacks have 100% crit rate. And the debuff that you apply on enemies lasts for 30 seconds. So there you go. It can only be applied on 1 enemy at a time. And I'm just gonna go to Dojo and show you what it's like on a single target and what the full mark looks like. So there's the first mark. As you can see, it looks like that. But once you have all 7 on the single target, it'll then look like this. And yeah, once you use the skill, you can use it from pretty far away as well. You'll teleport behind the enemy, deal a lot of damage, and send out the cards as well. And yeah, just overall, it's a great skill. I will say that it's not as good as the first 2, but with all 3 of them being used, Phantom got some great 5th job skills. Gotta say. So, yeah. Oh, let me show you an example of using another skill to get the things. Not recommended, but I'm just saying, like, you can do it if you want. And then it's just every time you hit, it'll add a stack. The thing is, something they mentioned in the skill, is that melee, because it hits so fast, has to hit 5 times more than the other skills. Or, I think it hits 5 times before it can give a stack or something like that. But basically, your other cane skills, the instant they hit, they give a stack. But melee is different. Because it attacks so fast, they can't just, have it get to 7 instantly. So you do have to hit 5 times more than other skills, but you're hitting so fast it doesn't really matter. So, good mobbing and good bossing skill. Although with mobbing, I guess it's less predictable because enemies that are marked will be targeted before the other ones. But at least in bossing, very useful. And I can't wait for the buff. They do increase the cooldown by like, what, 5? I think it's 5 seconds, so you'll be waiting 30 seconds to use it. But you have invincibility. Instead of doing 2 lines 7 times, it'll do 3 lines 7 times, and then do 12 hits instead of 10 hits at the end. So just to show you what I mean, I'm gonna use it one more time, and then the video will be done, because I'm trying to keep these short, but some of these skills are, they need longer explanations. So I'm going to go ahead and use battle analysis. Okay. So you'll see it does 2 lines. It does those 2 lines. Oh, I didn't even record that. So it did 2 lines 7 times. And in the future, like I said, it's going to be 3 lines 7 times. And then the final hit does 10 lines. But again, in the future, it's going to be 12 lines. Alright, so let's make sure we're recording. And here we go. So there's the 14 lines, and as you saw, there was like a bunch of numbers that went up. Those were the 10 lines. And in total, did 24. So it's meant to be more useful than it is for damage, but I like it a lot. At first I wasn't too sure how I'd like it, but I like it. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, hope to see you in the next video, and yeah, have a great one.